Welcome to Moments with Marianne. This is your host, Marianne Pastana. And we're here today with special guest, Keila Shaheen, who's here to share with us her new book, The Lucky Girl Journal: How Anyone Can Manifest the Life of Their Dreams. So are you looking to take action to bring more luck into your life? Well, today's show is going to cover just that. Many of you will know Keila. She's the creator of Zenfulnote and the author of the viral sensation, The Shadow Work Journal. A certified sound healer and behavioral therapy practitioner, she founded Zenfulnote in 2021 to provide innovative tools for inner healing. Her work has been featured in the New York Times, Billboard, and The Atlantic. And Keila is also a musical artist creating music to inspire peace on the planet. She's also a NAMI ambassador committed to making mental wellness accessible and enjoyable for everyone. So welcome to the show, Keila Shaheen.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to share more about my work and the Lucky Girl Journal based on the Lucky Girl Syndrome.
The Lucky Girl Syndrome. Oh my gosh, there's so much to unpack there. Why don't we start with that? So what is the Lucky Girl Syndrome?
So, the Lucky Girl Syndrome is a viral mindset shift, and it's based on the idea that you will attract good things when you shift your mindset and focus on the positive and really believe in yourself and your self-worth.
Oh my goodness, I love that. And was that the inspiration behind getting the journal together?
Yes, definitely. So I had originally created the shadow work journal. And after a year of doing that deep work and tending to my inner garden, my inner world, I felt, there was a lot of internal space for me to plant new seeds into my soul to foster, new dreams and goals after all of that heavy work. And when I came across the Lucky Girl syndrome, that gave me the mental tool to start to help myself, build confidence. I was having trouble showing up as my full self and owning my voice and owning my space. And the Lucky Girl Syndrome allows you to build that confidence and to show up as your full self, to also believe in yourself. And that kind of energy allows other people to see your potential as well. And that will inevitably lead to more opportunities in the future. So I got to experience that firsthand by tapping into this new mindset. This kind of mindset technique is all about instilling the idea that you already have everything you need to make your dreams come true. So it's based on the feeling of abundance, really bringing that into your life, into your internal space, and embracing a positive outlook on life so that you can expect the best outcomes in every situation, or not, trip over a situation that doesn't go perfectly. Staying hopeful and positive and keeping that uplifted mentality no matter what is what the Lucky Girl Syndrome is about. And so when you start to incorporate these, positive responses in your life, and you bring that into the voice inside of your head, it'll lead to a more optimistic and really a proactive approach to challenges and opportunities that you'd face in the future.
So, are there some common misconceptions when it comes to luck that you wish to address in your book?
So the name, the Lucky Girl Syndrome, it has the word girl in there, but I want to demystify that. This is a technique that anyone can use, not just females. And the Lucky Girl Syndrome, it was a viral mindset shift, and it was a female talking about it. So she phrased it as, being a lucky girl. And that's where it was inspired from. But beyond the name and the term, this kind of technique can translate to all kinds of people. You don't have to be a certain person or look a certain way or have a certain background. Anyone can instill these beliefs and techniques to experience the luck and abundance that they deserve.
I love how you start off with your book with the declaration of intent. Why
Yeah.
was that so important?
Setting intention is such an important aspect of, starting a new chapter in life or wanting to make some sort of change in your life. So in all of my work and my journals, I like to start off by giving the reader a space to claim this change, to set an intention, to read this declaration out loud to themselves, because all of this work is about cultivating the most important relationship that you will ever have in your life, the one with yourself. And so when you declare that to yourself and in a formalized setting, it creates a beautiful space for you to commit to yourself, to doing the work, and to set the tone for this work, incorporated in your life in the future.
I'd love to talk a little bit about Zenfulnote, the app that you have that goes with this. I was so impressed on how that really helps people to move through their journey.
Yeah, definitely. I'd be happy to share more about that. So, Zenfulnote is a brand and an app, like you mentioned, and we have a deep belief that inner self exploration is foundational for overall well being. And so, my goal with Zenfulnote is to make mental wellness tools more accessible, more actionable, and an enjoyable process for everyone. So, all of the content and exercises and meditations and prompts and tools in the Zenfulnote app are developed to facilitate and enhance this journey into the self. And so we often live outside of ourselves, so busy and caught up in the world of things and to dos and tasks and worries and doubts. And so Zenfulnote is all about giving people the space to reflect, giving them accessible tools to explore their inner worlds, and some cool features of the Zenfulnote app that people love. And one that actually ties into the Lucky Girl journal is glimmer tracking. So there's trigger tracking, which is, tracking those really strong, overwhelming emotions. But on the flip side, you can also track your glimmers in real time. And if you don't know what glimmers are small moments of peace and joy that you experience every day that often go overlooked and sometimes unnoticed. They're brief, they're fleeting, but they're also really potent and powerful. So you can track your glimmers with the Zenfulnote app, and you can do journaling prompts and explore curated exercises and meditations that were designed with the help of therapists. There's so many tools on there. And yeah, the hope with Zenfulnote is to bring these resources to more people so that it can be a regular part of people's everyday lives to work on themselves, to explore themselves, to bring that awareness into their daily lives. It makes all the difference.
So, when you were developing this book, was there a lot of research that was done in order to bring all this together? Because it seems like there's so much work that you put into this with the Zenfulnote app and the book itself. I would think it would have taken a while.
Yeah, definitely. So it helped that I had a structure with the shadow work journal, which has proven to be so transformative for so many people. And one of the reasons why that was so successful was because of the format of this journal. So it starts off with an educational aspect where you can read and sit down and learn more about these practices, and then the second portion is interactive and hands-on, and you can do exercises. There's scannable QR codes to meditations on YouTube, and like videos with affirmations that you can listen to throughout the day. And then there's also a writing section where you can do prompts, answer questions, and track your glimmers as well. So that format translated to the Lucky Girl journal. So it made that approach a bit, easier and straightforward for myself. But I really looked into the cognitive reframing aspect of the Lucky Girl syndrome because, of course, it was a viral trend, but there had to be some reason behind why this has been so powerful and has helped so many people shift the trajectory of their lives by embodying the lucky girl mindset. So cognitive reframing is one of the foundational principles of this work. And that's the process of, writing down negative thoughts and identifying what kind of negative self-sabotaging thoughts you're having, and then replacing them with positive affirmation to help reframe your mindset. So it's a well-established psychological technique, and it helps alter those negative thought patterns and encourages you to have more of a positive outlook on life. But beyond that, gratitude practices, regular reflecting on things that you're grateful for has shown to increase your overall satisfaction in life. So that is also incorporated in the journal. Um, there's a self-affirmation theory. So really repeating and writing positive affirmations about yourself can help reinforce your core values and self-worth. So throughout this process, I was doing the lucky girl and tapping into the lucky girl syndrome myself. And so those aspects are incredibly powerful, incorporating affirmations and really looking into how you're talking to yourself. Self-talk is huge here. And a lot of the times we are our biggest bullies, and this allows you to be your biggest cheerleader. So that was also part of the process of creating this resource.
Well, we are so glad that you did. Well, on that note, we're going to pause here for a quick break. We've been speaking with Keila Shaheen in regards to her new book, The Lucky Girl Journal. We'll be right back after these messages from our sponsors.
There comes a moment when you realize you're somewhere special, when you discover that each beautiful creature that you see has been rescued from a life of absolute horror and brought to this incredibly free place. Here's where their lives were forever changed and where yours will as well. Discover over 500 tigers, bears, and lions at the brand new visitor center at the Wild Animal Sanctuary just outside Denver. For more information, visit wildanimalsanctuary.org. Discover true freedom at the Wild Animal Sanctuary.
It's one thing to become attached to your perfect home, but what do you do when that home becomes attached to you? A family in dire need of a fresh start, a mysterious house tied to the past. Buried deep within the foundation of the old Far Hill Manor lies a centuries-old secret. Dark forces or something stronger just waiting to be discovered. Caretaker, a supernatural thriller by breakout authors R.J. Halpert.
Internationally recognized and award-winning author Judy Goodman works and teaches outside the box of limited thinking. Working with people from every walk of life, her goal is to empower you to be the best you can be, no matter what the challenge is. Born with the gift of seeing beyond our normal vision, she has an extraordinary gift of working with every challenge. Teaching beyond conventional wisdom, her work is described as life-changing. Visit judygoodman.com. That's judygoodman.com.
I'd like to thank Jason Eastwood at Guitarfulness for sharing his inspiring music and talent with us. His music is known worldwide for cultivating atmospheres of harmony, inner peace, and clarity. Visit Jason's website at guitarfulness.com. Join his newsletter, be part of his community, and download his music. Welcome back to Moments with Marianne. We're here today with special guest, Keila Shaheen, who's here to share with us her new book, The Lucky Girl Journal, How Anyone Can Manifest the Life of Their Dreams. I'm sure there are quite a few folk out there that say, well, I'm never lucky. I don't win anything. I never feel that luck is on my side. So what a big game changer that is for people who have that kind of, that train of thought.
Yeah, absolutely. I think in today's world, it's so fast paced and we get caught up, and it's easy to fall into cycles and bad habits. And people are really looking for ways to cultivate positivity and resilience amidst these challenges that we're facing. So this kind of mindset shift, the lucky girl syndrome, I think it's resonating now because it promotes that mindset shift and encourages people to focus on the good, even in these difficult times. And I think the increasing awareness of mental health and the benefits of positive thinking, more people are seeking these tools and practices that help them stay optimistic and proactive, when we do face challenges, because it is inevitable. We're going to have rocky moments and we're going to face challenges, but those are the areas of greatest opportunity and growth. And so when you bring in this, fun and friendly way to work on yourself, it makes it more enjoyable. And that's an aspect of personal development that I think should radiate more, is like, I want to enjoy this process. I'm going to work on myself, but I don't want it to feel like work. I want it to feel like magic. I want it to feel like fun. And the lucky girl syndrome really sets that tone.
I think it also brings a lot of not only personal responsibility, but in some ways, really kind of, like authority over our own lives, that we can make these shifts happen.
Yeah, absolutely. I think willpower is one of the greatest inner resources to tap into. And so when we cultivate that will to change and to take agency over our lives, even when things don't look perfect, even when things don't seem to be going our way, um, just owning that and taking responsibility, like you said, is one of the first leaps towards bettering your life. So this really allows you to do that.
What would you say for our readers and our listeners that are dealing with a challenge right now? How can they maintain their lucky girl mindset?
If you are facing a challenge right now, I would challenge you to take a step back and just bring some awareness into the situation and identify any recurring thoughts or words or emotions around this challenge, and explore that further and see if there are any areas, any controllable factors there that you can shift. Um, if that is in your self-talk, identify, what that phrase is, and see if there is a more empowering way to phrase that. So this is all about looking into how you are speaking to yourself and speaking things into existence. And the first step towards facing a challenge and not letting it affect you deeply in a way that, can stop you from seeing other opportunities out there, is to bring that awareness. So find a space to center, find a space to ground and reflect, and ask yourself that question, what does the voice in my head sound like? And how can I change that to support me throughout this challenge?
So, what is one of your favorite practices in the Lucky Girl Journal?
I mean, there's a variety of exercises in here, and they're all very different, but there is a replacing limiting beliefs exercise, which I've sort of touched on. Um, there's visualization meditations, which I love, where you can lay back and scan a QR code and listen to a guided visualization meditation. There's also a wish fulfilled meditation, and you can envision something that changes in your life or brings you immense joy and satisfaction. And when you have that wish in mind, you close your eyes and let your imagination flow and really tap into creating a space to bring in imagination and dream and, think of what that thing is that you want your wish fulfilled to be. So there's a lot of fun aspects in here that I enjoy with the visualization techniques. And we often, do meditations to maybe fall asleep or calm ourselves, or bring more mindfulness into our daily lives, which is amazing. But, there's other techniques as well that can bring more excitement and joy and empower you to dream. So those are some of my favorite aspects of the Lucky Girl journal exercises.
Now, does the app help us to track our emotional patterns over time?
Yes, it does. So in the Zenfulnote app, you can check in your emotions. At any time of the day, you can open the app and scroll and browse through different feelings and give your current state of energy and being, a name. So maybe right now I'm feeling content. So I'll track that and then I'll log, where I am. I'm at home. I'm alone. I'm by myself. You can, log if you're with anyone. And you can also log how much sleep you've had, how much exercise you got. And so there's these different factors in the log that you'll track. And then over time, as you continue tracking your state of being, you can look back on the insights and the data and see, maybe if I was at work and I was around people, I feel more drained. And so once you start to see those patterns, then you can, start to see where you should make changes in your life. But yeah, the tracking aspect is a really big portion of the Zenfulnote app. And there's the same tracking tools for the glimmer tracking and trigger tracking. So you can also see all those insights for those as well.
Do you have a story you can share with us about how the Lucky Girl Journal has impacted your life?
Yeah, I mean, like I mentioned before, when I was doing this work, it came out of a place of need. And I was in this space where I wanted to tap into that inspiration. There was so much space inside of me to fill. And after doing the shadow work, I felt more clarity, more peace inside of me. So I felt ready to make the change and to bring new opportunities into my life. And this was around last summer. The shadow work journal started doing extremely well. I was tapping into the lucky girl syndrome and learning how to embody myself as a writer, and changing careers was also a transition. So I had to cultivate that self-belief again while I was changing my career path. And, amazing things started unfolding when I began to incorporate affirmations and doing EFT tapping. It's the process of repeating affirmations while tapping on meridian points in your body. And all of these little tools that I started bringing into my life helped me just bring more ease, and I don't know if this is a great way to describe it, but just more music into my life. I would walk around my house and feel like there was music playing behind me, like there was a soundtrack in my life, and it just creates this air of positivity. And yeah, and so I started meeting people who, were supporting me along the way of all of this growth and change. And so many opportunities opened up at the time that I was embodying this mindset as well. Had the opportunity to meet so many publishers and, create relationships and partners for Zenfulnote and for my work in the field of writing. So yeah, I mean, my personal journey with this has been a testament to how powerful embodying this mindset can be for someone.
Well, I am I just love your work. I have the shadow work journal and love it. Been using that, and what a game changer that is. When you look back, making this kind of change, did you even expect that your first book would take off the way it did?
No, I didn't. You'll never expect it. I mean, sometimes the potential is beyond your comprehension, and I think everyone should, think about that, and what the best case scenario would be if your dreams would come true. And this has been truly a dream come true, being able to work on what I'm passionate about and share it with others and see the impact that I can have on other people's lives. But yeah, it's been an incredible time.
Oh my goodness, Kayla, you're just such an inspiration. Where can our listeners connect with you and learn more about the Lucky Girl Journal?
You can find my work on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. There's so many resources on our YouTube channel. If you're looking for meditations and exercises, if you go to the Zenfulnote channels online. You can find me there. You can also find my personal handle at Keila Shaheen. And you can also download the Zenfulnote app if you want to have a handy tool in the back of your pocket and incorporate all of these methods and resources into your daily life. And that is available on Android and the App Store. And you can find my books right now online anywhere books are sold. And the Lucky Girl Journal is launching in around 2 weeks. So I'm super excited to share this new resource with the world. It's a new and improved version of the previous Lucky Girl Journal that I had drafted before. So yeah, I'm excited to bring this to everyone.
How exciting is that? Well, Keila, thank you so much for taking the time to be on the show with us here today.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate the time.
Well, thank you, Keila. It has been such an honor to spend this time with you and to talk about your new book, The Lucky Girl Journal. The Lucky Girl Journal is available at Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and everywhere books are sold. And remember, support our indie bookstores. If you don't see it on the shelf, just ask for them to order it. Well, we're at the end of our time today. I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in. You've been listening to Moments with Marianne, where we make every moment count.
In a single moment, your life can change. Moments with Marianne is a transformative hour that covers an endless array of topics with the best of the best. Her guests are leaders in their fields, ranging from inspirational authors, top industry leaders, and business and spiritual entrepreneurs. Each guest is gifted and a true visionary, a recognized leader in her own work, and while teaching others to develop, refocus, and grow, Marianne will bring the best guest and sometimes a special surprise. Don't miss this. You never know just which moment will change your life forever. Make sure to tune in and visit momentswithmarianne.com for more information.